Hey everybody, my name is Noah Lerner, one of the duo of agency automators here to share with you our new add-on, which is a Google Sheets add-on that's powered by the Google My Business API. It's a really cool tool that allows you to edit pre-existing answers to the questions and answers that people have left you via Google My Business. And so what we're going to do really briefly is go through the installation and I'll show you kind of how the tool works really briefly. Okay, so the first thing we do from the Google Chrome store is click the install button, and in this case it says free. You'll notice that it's then asking me which account I want to log in with. And for the purposes of this demo, we'll use this account because this is linked to more of my Google My Business accounts. And then right now the add-on is getting installed. It's going to take a couple seconds and we'll see a notification in the top left corner probably letting us know that the add-on is installed. It seems inconsistent. Sometimes you'll see a little help message, sometimes not. If we go into our add-ons, you'll notice that the Agency Automators questions and answers dropdown has a whole bunch of options. There are times when in some installations, we've noticed that when the add-on is installed, you might only see the help menu on the left-hand side. If that's the case, just go on up and refresh the page, wait for the add-ons to go live again. You can hover over the add-ons button, and in a second, you might see the add-on menu will drop open when it's ready. And at that point, I'm going to show you how the install works. And we go in, and you'll notice there's a bunch of choices here. The first one, which we're about to click, is the Run Initial Setup. And what this tool does is it builds our UI for us on the fly. You'll notice I got a little working thing going here, letting us know that it's running. You'll also notice that it's building a config sheet, also our questions and answer sheet, and a log so that we can have a record of everything that's happened. In the config sheet, the first thing that you'll notice is that you'll see the accounts that are linked to this, that are linked to your installation will be in the form of a drop-down. So you choose one, and then you go up here and you go Add-ons, Agency Automators, Get Locations. And what that'll do is it'll get all the locations that are associated with this Google My Business ID. And now I've got tons of choices. And so I'm going to just pick my own for my own parent company, Lerner Design. And when I do that, I can switch over down to the Questions and Answers tab, go Add-ons, Agency Automators, Get Questions. And what it'll do is it'll pull from the API all the live questions. And you'll see someone ask, does your business have a mascot? And of course we do. It's our dog named Shadow, who's the coolest dog ever. This is an example of a question that I posed in order to preload our Q&As on our site. You can, and we strongly recommend that you do that in order to have the questions and answers that people routinely ask available for potential shoppers to actually see that. And so here's an example of a new one. Do you love automation? Automation is a passion of ours. Is a passion of ours. Okay, so now here's where we're going to actually push changes up live to Google. Notice in this field, I'm changing the uppercase G to a lowercase g. And this is where we tell the tool what to do with each row. If you don't want it to do anything with the row, you can either leave it blank or you can choose this horizontal line. If you want to update this, i.e. push that change for the Griffon live, you'd choose update. And if it's a new question and answer, you would choose new. And then from here, we're going to go add-on, Agency Automators, publish. And what that'll do is push these new Q&As live, and you'll notice that we got a nice little status response from Google letting us know what the status of that actually is. If we swing over to the search results at this point, we can test to see if our questions and answers are live. So if I hover over this and click it, you'll notice this question, do you love automation? And the answer is automation is a passion of ours. And you'll notice here that it took my answer for a lowercase g and pushed that live up to Google. And that's really it, with the exception of a couple more pieces of functionality. Let's say you make a question that just doesn't make sense, or your client says, hey, I don't want that question live. At that point, what you could do is delete that question. And this brings up an important point. Google's API only allows us to delete questions that we've authored, and we can only edit questions that we author. If someone else made the question, we can create an answer for it, and we can, after the fact, edit our answer, but we can't delete their question. Okay, so at this point, we're going to publish so that we can delete that second question. And then what we'll see is that this has now been deleted. That's really it.